What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. Excited to be back and hanging out with you guys, man. So much shit to go over, so much to talk about. We'll save that for like a vlog or something. We crooked? Feels crooked. Yeah, whatever. I got a fun one today. You read the title, you know what we're talking about, so this should be a pretty good time. We're also going to build it. I've been debating, and I'm still debating it. Do I build it for flavor? Do I build it for clouds? What do you guys think? Feed me your vibes, man. Feed me your vibes. Let's build it for clouds, man. Let's build it for clouds. We'll keep it real simple. I'll try to keep this as basic as I can. We'll use some 22 gauge Canthal A1 cotton ball. We'll keep it nice and easy today, nice and simple. The swirlfish. Oh my gosh. Okay, so links in the description. Okay, Vapor DNA is where I got mine, and pretty much with every Project Sub-Ohm product I've ever seen has been available there. That's pretty much their thing. That's pretty much what they do. You know, I've been a fan of all the Project Sub-Ohm stuff, at least that I've had. I've been really pleased with for the price. What you're going to see here, you're going to see a troll here, right? But it's going to be kind of decked out. The airflow slots are a little different. They got some top airflow coming in through the top. All in all, it's pretty sweet, man. I've really enjoyed this device. A couple of niggles, but for the price, man, you can't beat it. So I got the gain completely up. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I got the gain skyrocketed. So this should be much better. If it's not, I don't know what else to do, okay? There's just going to be some kinks to work out while we're doing this. So let's take it down and get into this, man. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So first thing you're going to notice is the tenderfoot, right? So this is what it comes in. And let's get you adjusted. That should be pretty decent right there. Nice tin. Nice tin, actually. And I really like when anybody packages anything like this. You know, the post office, they could just kick this around the post office, no problem. Pop the lid. Really, there's nothing on here. There's no, you know, it doesn't say, you know, the swirlfish on there. You're greeted with your atomizer, some foam, another piece, and you have some extra O-rings, and I'll show you all those O-rings. Yet another screwdriver, right? Ooh. I don't know if any of you guys have any of these. If you need one, no, just kidding. No. Tons of these, and O-rings, okay, and extra screws, which is always a nice touch. I'll move that off to the side. Won't be needing that much more. So here it is, swirlfish, and I'll go ahead and spin it. What I should have done. There we go. Swirlfish. So the classic logo, you guys know it, you love it. You see it on all the Project Sub-Ohm stuff. On the bottom, okay, swirlfish and the serial number, silver-plated pin. And on the top, you're going to notice, actually, let's start with the side. You're going to notice this. What is that? What did they do that for? What? You know, you're looking at it, you're like, why smaller, why medium, why larger? Why do that? Okay, this is their idea of a vortex atomizer, like creating that vortex effect you guys all know and love. So how does it work? What does this do? You know, if you ever wondered, I'd like to break it down, at least my theory, okay? Now, the smaller airflow slot, it's going to have a faster airspeed versus the little bit bigger one, and then the larger one. The larger one's going to be slower than the small one. So they're going to come in at different rates into the chamber, creating a vortex effect. Okay? And also on the top, they went ahead and did the same thing here. Larger, medium, smaller. Same thing here. Let's break it down. Let's start from the top. Top piece. Very well done. No problem at all. No problems here. Nice work. Nice work. Everything's countersunk. Everything is very well done. I mean, I didn't have to go in there with a screwdriver and kind of pry out any, like, you know, burrs or anything like that. Pull off this top section here. Okay. Your airflow control type valve-ish. And I like what they did here. You're going to notice right away how rounded everything is. Nice and rounded. There's nothing here to really poke you, you know? I mean, the thing about the Mutation X was very sharp. And I mean, you know, it's not like, you see my hands, dude. Like, I'm used to my hands being beat up. Like, it's okay. But some people have soft hands, man. Like, you know, and that shit could poke you pretty good. But they went ahead and rounded everything on this. It's very well done. Very, very well done. See that? Definitely impressed with the work on that. 2 O-rings holding it on to the barrel. You also have an O-ring here, and then another O-ring right here where your drip tip goes. Let's talk about this O-ring. Terrible O-ring. Absolutely terrible. I do not like these O-rings at all. At all. I don't know why they went from with these to these. I don't know why they did that. The first one I had, now this was on there, and it was on there nice and tight. And I mean, it was on there nice, right? When I first got it. And of course, you pull it apart to clean it. It took a bit to get this off. This little top piece. And I like that, though. Like that, I love that. That was like, I was super happy to see that. However, when I got it off, the O-ring broke. Luckily, they had an extra in with the bag of tricks that comes with it. Okay, just keep that in mind. If yours is tight, be careful taking it off, because after replacing it, it's very loose. It's terrible, terrible loose. Just something to keep in mind. Adjusting it couldn't be easier. Let me get it set up just right there. All 3 are open. You can see they go right through. Very well done. Very, very well done. Not bad at all. And adjusting it's great. This is a great way to get some flavor. You can also chuff it. No problem at all. Okay. I just got one. This is like one of those like $5 ones you can find, you know. It chuffs no problem. No problem at all. And again, one more look at this. The inside, everything's well done. The inside right in the very top is kind of dirty, kind of gritty looking. It came like that. Hopefully you got a good look at that. Put that off to the side. I'll actually put this on too. I probably won't be using it. I'll probably chuff it, but we'll use it for a minute. Barrel. Terrible O-rings once again. Okay, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. And you might like that, which is totally fine, man. But for me, for my personal preference, is those O-rings are terrible. I shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to do that with your atomizer. Spin this around one more time. You guys have obviously seen this before, but inside, a touch of a crispity crunchity. But you know, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Not bad. Not bad at all. Set that off to the side. Now the star of the show. Here it is, the deck. And you're going to recognize this. It's a troll, right? You're used to this. This is the troll. Huge, huge well. 4-post design. The block in the middle. 3-post design, basically, with the block in the middle. But what's nice about, you know, bases like this is, you know, with the 4 holes, you have 2 leads per coil. Each lead has a designated eyelet, which is nice. It allows you to fit thicker wire, tiger wires, and stuff like this. Would I call these generous? No, I wouldn't call these generous. I think they're big enough, though. I've had some trouble getting some of my, like, some of the bigger tiger wires that I use in there. You know, something to keep in mind if you, like, you know, do a bunch of twisted builds and stuff like that. But they're fairly generous, man. You shouldn't have too much of a problem there. Countersunk on the grounds here. but not on the post. Everything's rounded on the center block as well, which is nice. You can see it's kind of crooked. You know, I came in here, I saw it was kind of crooked, and this was pretty loose when I got it. So it's always good form to double check that insulator on the bottom at all times. Just make sure everything looks okay. Make sure your pin is hanging off just a hair, just like that, and that it's tight. Just take a fly to it and just make sure it's tight. It's just good practice. Big well, and also they took another, you know, they milled out another chunk down there for even more space. So let's build it, man. We've talked about it. Let's build it. Putting it on. We need to bring it just a hair closer. It's probably going to be the best we're going to get. Probably. Interesting. You know what I might try? We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Let's see how this works. Oh, yeah. That might work. That might work. You guys are like, Jesus, this is annoying. Come here for info and I find this guy? What's this guy doing? There we go. We'll build it right on here. This is my salt and pepper box. But I like the height of that, don't you? Yeah, man, let's build it. 22 gauge. Regular A1, which is perfectly nice. Perfectly nice. Cut off a couple of chunks here. This looks raggedy. I'm going to get rid of that. I know you guys can't see this, but pull off two pretty good pieces. We're going to go 6 wraps per. Please don't unravel. Let me drill a new hole in that. Big time. Just wrap it up like that for now. Yeah, let's go 6 wraps, 3/32, which would be the 2.3 millimeter. Okay. 6 wraps. Let me straighten you up here. Yeah, that's great. I'm really happy with the height of that. Let's do it. 6 wraps, micro coil. Nice and tight. It's good to be back. It really is. You guys are my vape fam, dude. I was just talking to Jennifer the other day, and she was with me when we hit 8,000 subs, man. Holy crap, what? What happened? Where'd the time go? You know? Just flew by. What a craziness. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6. 6 and 6. Cool. So we have 2 coils, 6 wraps each, 22 gauge Canthal. Yeah, you get the idea, right? Let's do it. Pop it right in. Anytime you're building like this, any build I do, 30 amp or better batteries. I'm gonna go ahead and put the tool back in there. Move it forward a little bit. I want to leave some space between the post and the coil because I'm going to push it in a little bit. I'm going to show you what I do with this type of airflow. And the type of airflow I'm talking about is the kind that's slanted up like this. I'm talking Mutation X, Doge X, all sorts, okay? Sorry about that. Just bumped the mic. Hopefully that wasn't too... I'm going to go ahead and fasten that down right there. Phillips head screws, if I didn't mention. That's a little big. Phillips head screws, if I didn't mention that before. Just snug, just so it doesn't go anywhere. This isn't, you know, we're just getting it kind of set up for now. Okay. I just want to make sure that I have the right space there. And that's what I'm looking for. Hopefully you guys get a good look at that. It's still within the deck. It's not going to touch the barrel of the atomizer, but it's out there. A little more tighten up. Nice and snug now. Because we're going to push it in. Okay, I pushed it right in towards the center. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up just slightly. And then I'm going to bend it down. Just like this. Why'd I do that? I'll explain. Let me clip these leads. And I'll give you a better look at it too. Why'd I do that? Why'd I angle it like that? I just feel like when I've angled my coils like this, when you have this style of an airflow, when I angle it like that, it really complements the way the airflow comes in from the outside of the barrel. The way it comes into the chamber. It just seems to run with the airflow. I was inspired by Maestro's 454 build when he was building it, and the coils were angled like this in his 454, and I was like, God, that's so genius, dude. And after trying it with, and I don't do it with the regular, you know, slanted style airflow holes like this. I only do it with stuff like this. It's just a state. Whatever build you run, try angling it up, man. See if you like it. It's just something I prefer. That doesn't mean you'll love it, but... So I want you to notice here, the coil, right? But look at this lead. See how it's kind of curved out? That's so I can come in here and just run right on the outside of that coil. See that? Hopefully you got a good look at that. Turn it around, and we're just going to repeat the exact same thing. Keep the space. That looks pretty good. I know you can't see nothing right now because my finger's in the way. But, gotta hold it there, man. Gotta hold it there. There we go. Again, about the same amount of space there. 6 wraps, 22 gauge. 30 amps or better. I like the red Imran, 38 amps. And I'm going to go ahead and push it towards the center. See if I can keep it in the shot on this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, lift it up just a hair. And then bend it down. Just like that. I'm going to leave it in because I noticed while pushing that in, this one was loose. I'm just going to come through. Give each one just a little more. Oh, yeah. She needs some more. There we go. Good. They're both angled, and I'm going to go ahead and clip it. So I want to talk to you guys about something, too. Shit, I got so much on my mind, man. I want to get off my chest and talk to you guys about. But I want you to notice this. See this lead right here? See how it's coming out? Let's see if we can get it just right. Okay, you see that? It's important to clip this lead flush. It's very important when you're dealing with the center post block design. Okay? Why is it important? Because if I clip that all shaggy like, and there was still some lead there, and it touched that coil, you're gonna pop your coil. It's just gonna short out, boom, pop your coil. So it's important that you get in there and you get it flush. That's why I push these to the center. Because I could have easily just not pushed them to the center and just angled it, right? But by pushing to the center, it gives me room to get flush. Maybe even a little better than that. Actually, to be honest, that's actually pretty good, but that's pretty good. Another thing to be cautious about when you're clipping leads and stuff like that, after you're done with this is pretty much done. A few more tweaks, right? Check in the bottom of your deck, make sure there's no loose pieces of Kanthal there. You don't want that. Okay? All of a sudden you'll get this spark, and it's just nuts. It's just important to keep everything clean and tidy when you build. Let's look at the height on this. Let's look at the height. Not bad. Not bad. I'm okay with that. What a pain in the butt. There we go. Yeah, not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. That one could probably go up. Nope, that's actually perfect to me. I'm really happy with that. Dang. Cool. Good. There's another view of it. Again, just a little bit more. There we go. One more view of it. Nice space, which is key. Let's measure it. Take it off the old tenderfoot stand. .14. Okay, I'm going to be using my BC box mod tonight, which is a dual parallel 18650, or you can turn it to series, but I have it in parallel right now. .14, it's not jumping, it's sound. Okay, very important. If your meter jumps, check your contact screws. Okay. .14, 30 amps or better, man. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and move the old salad shake, the old salt and pepper shaker here. Pop this on. Tighten that down a little bit. And I like to use, people like to use different things. I'm going to go ahead and use these ceramic tweezers, man. I like them a lot. So I'm going to pulse it. A little burn right there. Pinch, pinch. And just take your time. It's not bad. It's when it heats up like that, when it gets really glowing hot, is when I really like to compress the coils. There we go. That's great. What I like about ceramic is you can pinch it while you fire it, which is nice. Do not do that with metal tweezers. If you do that with metal tweezers, you'll pop your coil and just short it all out. You don't want that. Pretty happy with that. Strum it out. I get a feeling, yeah. Bad. That one. Yeah, that's great. I'm happy with that. Not bad. Good. Okay. That's the build. Bring back over the salad shake because we're going to wick it now. We're going to wick it up. Also, be careful taking it off your device. You don't want to burn your fingers. Heating up your coil. We're just, what I like to, I've always called it just setting it. Not only are you making sure that they're both glowing evenly at the same time, but you're making them more stiff, more rigid for the wicking process. Just like that. So there's our build. Which I'm really happy with this. It's turned out pretty good, man. Not often that happens on here, right? Cotton ball. Cotton ball indeed. We're going to do Maestro's method like always. It's a great technique, and I just recommend it. I use it all the time. I'm just no pressure, and I'm gonna roll it until it comes into a tube, just like this. I'm gonna end up ripping this in half because it's a long piece, but I'm not pushing down on it and doing this. I'm just letting it roll itself. Really, I'm just helping it along. But it kind of grabs onto itself, and just kind of comes together really nice. Yeah, it's great. I'm going to go ahead and take it, rip it in half, set that off to the side, bring back over, yaddy. Pinch it up into a point. Yeah, you guys can see that. And wicking this, you can do it any way you want. You can kind of come up under, kind of feather it around, and then go down through this coil, which is kind of cool, leaving a little bridge here of cotton. So when you drip through the top, it hits it and then soaks into each one. I just tend to do this one. I'm going to go up from underneath, and I'll pull it around so you can see. Okay, I pull it around from underneath. There's plenty of room on this. As you can see from the coil to deck, it's definitely up there a ways. My coils, which it makes it super easy. And I'm just gonna pull it right there, and then just back it off just a hair more. Okay, I'm gonna take some scissors, clip it right with the deck, just like that. And then with the center one, I'm just gonna clip it at a slight angle, just like that. It's as simple as that. As far as tucking in the cotton, I'll just come from this angle right here, and I just literally start from the bottom, just gently. See how fluffy that is? Isn't that insane? Works every time, man. Dude has it down. That's it. That's it. I might end up messing with that a little more, but that's all you need to do. I literally just tucked it down into the deck. Just like that. Let's do the other one. Same thing. From underneath, pull it up, spin that around, and I'm just going to pull it until it feels right there, and then back it off. Cut it right with the deck, and just gently tuck it in. Start from the bottom of the cotton there, and just right into the corner. I got deck showing and everything. Just like that. And I'm going to cut this at an angle. It's great. A little too much on that part right here. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's the build. I could probably go in a little bit more on this. It should just be touching the deck, which it is. It's not only touching the deck. If you remember, in the bottom of the deck, there's that extra little bit they kind of milled out. I want cotton tucked into the corners. Okay, the corner right here, and also the corner of that mill, that extra depth section down at the bottom. So I want it in each corner of each pocket. I want to see deck down there. I get great wicking with this. And that's the build, man. Yeah, I hope you guys give this a shot. You know, it's as simple as just angling your coils. That's all it is. And I've really enjoyed it. And I was really excited to kind of show you guys this. Cool. Let's get it back on the box. Get everything all back to normal here. Get everything all back to normal. Back you up. How's that? That's good. We'll take it off the stand, and you know, really, I'm just juicing it up from here on out and vaping it. Screw it onto the box. Double check that cotton. Yeah, that's good. If you have cotton hanging off the deck and you put your barrel on, it's going to catch your cotton and drag it down. You don't want that. You just want the cotton snug in there. Alright, let's juice it up, man. Let's juice her up. Another thing that's cool about this build is it almost creates two little pockets. It's pretty cool to see, man. When you're going through the top, the way the coils are angled, it almost puts two little pockets on each side of that post, and the juice just gets trapped in there. It's nice. Definitely good for those people that like to drip through their drip tip, you know? You know, what I'm doing here on this channel, guys, is literally I'm just showing you what I like, what I'm digging in whatever. You don't have to do this. You can keep it regular. This is just my personal way of building the swirlfish, man. There's a million ways you could build this thing. I tend to like some 20 gauge builds in here, definitely tiger builds in here. The reason I didn't do the tiger builds is because not a lot of people have the wire I'm using, and I like to use the stuff that you guys will have, most likely. You know, if not, if you don't have it, you can get it easy. That's great. I don't want to like be like, well, you know, I got this huge ribbon wire and I got this crazy, and we're gonna twist it up. Like, I'd rather just keep it simple so it's something you guys can do like now if you want. When it's wet, double check, make sure that cotton's on the inside. Is so fluffy. I love that. I love that technique, man. Maestro is the dude. It's good. Barrel. Remember how we have this? Hopefully that'll show up. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. You want it right in front of the coils. Okay. Oh my gosh. Focus, for goodness sakes. I have much to learn. Much to learn, Wasabi. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Focus. Oh my gosh, didn't focus. Okay, there we go. So, I want you to notice the placement of the coils. I have it. It's pure pandemonium around here. The way I have it is you have the smaller slot, the medium slot, and then the bigger slot. And I have it where the smaller slot and the medium slot are right in front of the coil. Okay? So your coil is like, they're right there. You know what I mean? And the bigger one's on the outside, so it's covering the entire span of the coil. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and use it without the chuff. With those O-rings are terrible. With with the drip tip and all 6 of the airflow holes open on top. Let's try it out. Warm, very warm, but a pleasing warm. It's not like hot, blasting your throat. Great vape, man. Like I was telling you guys earlier about the pocket mixes, you can just drip right through the top. 3 or 4, you're good to go. This is one of those things, man. Like I said, I built it quite a few ways. This was with every airflow hole open. I mean, they're all wide open. As far as adjusting the top ones, it's easy. It's not too bad, like I said, but when that first O-ring was perfect. I do find when you try to adjust the bottom section of the airflow control, the top section moves with it very easily. That's definitely a downfall. The O-rings are a downfall. But I will say, the quality of vape you get out of this is very nice indeed, man. That's great, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off, chuff it. Okay, and there it is with the chuff. Not bad, right? Looks good. Showing off the BC logo there too. I think it looks really clean on this box, especially with this black top on there. I think that just looks clean, man. For the price, it's great. Let me set this up real quick, guys. Let's hit it one more time and just get out of here, man. I pretty much covered everything, man. Everything. Everything. Fantastic. This is a build I highly recommend in it. You know, if you like it warmer, I would definitely rock with this. But all in all, as far as the swirling goes, it feels like, you know what it feels like? It feels almost like a really airy plume is exactly what it feels like. Either way, for the price, I don't think you can beat it, man. I've definitely been impressed with it. Just know, keep in mind the O-rings, all that other stuff. Keep it safe, man. Keep it safe. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun building it, hanging out. I always enjoy it, man. It's good to be back. If you have any questions, you can email me at tjvapingreviews@aol.com or comment down below, man. Let's end this. Let's end this. See you.